come in here real quick. I want to share with you real fast the number one reason I see new real estate investors fail when it comes to marketing. And it sucks because it's completely avoidable. I see these new investors making this mistake all the time. In fact, I made the mistake before I had this particular powerful tool that I'm about to share with you in this video. So if you want to hyper-target your marketing, get to the best deals long before any of your competition, pay attention because in this video, I'm gonna share one of my secret tools that gives you that competitive edge. All right, guys, welcome to this training video. I jumped over into my studio so I can actually pull out this powerful software and show you how I use this particular tool to do lead generation for my real estate investing business. Like I said in the intro, without something like this, you're not gonna have a competitive edge. Somebody else is gonna get to the best deals first, and I would hate for that to happen, especially if you're new, because when you first start, the most important thing that can ever happen to you as a new real estate investor is to get to your first deal. I can't tell you how good it feels sitting at the bank getting ready to go cash that first deal check. And I want that for you. So I'm gonna give you a powerful tool, the same one I use every single day in my business, the same one I give to all my students, and now you're gonna have access to it as well. It's called the Deal Automator. It's a very powerful software that does a lot more than what I'm just gonna show you in this video. It is my CRM. It's basically my entire investor hub, but it's my CRM, it's my website, it's my communication tool. It has all my marketing stuff, has my digital contracts, skip tracing. Man, it basically runs the entire business from anywhere in the world with the Wi-Fi. This is why I love this tool. But the thing I wanna share with you is the data, the powerful data that we are buying and filtering into this software that you just can't find at a lot of places. If you like videos like this and you want me to continue to do stuff like this and you're a real estate investor, click that subscribe button, smash the like button, and drop me a comment down below with your biggest takeaways from this video. I pick people at random, give them away free courses, free resources, and just try to hook you up to make your real estate journey better. All right, let's dive into this. So what you see on your screen right now is the kind of the main page of the Deal Automator. You can see over here on the left, you have your dashboard, which is where we're at. You can get to all your properties. That's basically your CRM. You can have all your contacts. That's your private lender, your cash buyer, your seller leads, basically vendors, any contacts that you have that you want to keep in the system. Lead flow is all of your marketing type stuff, so your websites, your direct mail, personally penned stuff, which is really cool. It's like a robot that has like pens in its hands, so it looks like it's handwritten, but it's actually written by a robot. Your mobile marketing, your opt-in forms, if you already have websites and stuff, you want to put them on social media, opt-in forms, your marketing library, all that good stuff. This is the section I want to focus on, all right, which is your lead pipes section. And this is where three things are: property leads, people leads, and probate leads. And the one I'm gonna focus on is property leads, because this is how I market and farm specific areas. Now, think about this. In Phoenix, Arizona, or any competitive market, there might be millions of homeowners. Well, I don't have the money to spend sending postcards or skip tracing and then calling millions of people. I need to hyper-target that down to just a small bucket of very hyper-targeted leads that have a very high probability of selling at a discount, or accepting one of my creative financing offers. So I'm gonna be focusing on property leads. People leads are like private lender, bankruptcy, renter leads, that kind of stuff. Probate leads are probate leads. It has all your investor tools in there, rehab analyzer, deal versus dud type analyzers. It has a financing button to connect you with some financing, and you can check out the rest. But let's go into property leads. So let's say I want to market to specific people in Scottsdale, Arizona, all right? So I would click on property leads right here. And then basically what I'm gonna do is pick a city, county, state, or zip code, and you can pick as many of them as you want. And right now I'm just gonna do all of Scottsdale, Arizona. Scottsdale pops up, I'm gonna select that. And this is why I love this tool. It's so easy. You just run a search, and within a couple seconds, you're going to have access to all of your different leads that you're gonna be marketing to. So under this search, you can see here all the different lead types. We have absentee owner, cash buyer, tax delinquent activity, free and clear, high equity, low equity, upside down, active listing, board investor, foreclosures. Man, the list goes on. And if you want to know what any of these are, you just come hover over this little question mark. Like, hey, what is a zombie property? I've never heard of that before. Well, a zombie property are properties that are vacant and in pre-foreclosure. So you can see how it's identified and you can get more information. But in this particular one, let's say I'm doing, let's say I want to get some creative finance offers. I might want to do a subject to transaction or a wraparound mortgage or a contract for deed, something like that. And I might want to do like no equity properties or tax delinquent properties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and say, all right, I think in my mind, somebody who's delinquent on their taxes is probably pretty motivated to do something, right? So I'm going to select delinquent tax activity. I also want to grab the low equity people in the area, because if you have low equity and you're looking to sell, you don't have a lot of options, right? Because you're going to have to cover your realtor costs and your selling costs and closing costs. You might have to make repairs, but if you don't have equity or cash to put into the deal to get out of it, it's going to suck for you. So we can come along as creative real estate investors and work a deal to get you out of your house but leave your mortgage in place, something creative like that. I'll also maybe even put in pre-foreclosure, because in my mind, if they're in pre-foreclosure, they're motivated. And what I'm basically doing right now is called data stacking. I'm taking a big area like Scottsdale, Arizona, that has, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that live there, and sorting it down to a small manageable bucket. And I could have done this where it's just tax delinquent by itself. I can data stack and create a new bucket that's foreclosure, low equity, and delinquent. It's totally up to you. I just want to see what happens if we choose these three particular data sources. Owner types, I just want to go after individuals. I don't want, if you own it in an LLC, I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm not worried about like REOs or bank owned or any of that stuff. And I only care about single family, right? I'm going to get rid of multifamily and apartment for now just to see what happens. Come over here, click the search button, and you can see here within a couple of seconds, all that data is being calculated, and we are sorting that bucket down from millions down to something manageable. All right, so as you can see, the software took all of that amazing data and crunched it down from millions of potential records down to what it looks like 3,379 homeowners that are either in the tax delinquent bucket, the little to no equity bucket, or the pre-foreclosure bucket. Now, there is a thing I could have toggled, which is must match all selected. And if I would have clicked that, they would have to literally meet all three of those criteria. So if you really want a data stack, you select this, and there's probably only one person or 5 people or something in all of Scottsdale that meet all three of those things at one time. So if you really wanted to hyper-target your marketing, let's just do it for fun. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, so you can see here, one person in all of Scottsdale meets all three of those. But I wanted a bigger bucket, so I'm going to come back here. I'm going to deselect this. So now I have 3,379 homeowners. I can start farming those leads, and I can skip trace them, I can cold call them, I can text message them, and I can send them direct mail. And a lot of people give direct mail a bad rap. Now, here's what I want to say about direct mail. Direct mail, what I found is if you have the right data, right? And what we just did was pull the right data. When you have the right data paired with the right marketing message, sent over a consistent period of time. A lot of people send direct mail one time and they're like, oh, it didn't work. I only got one phone call and they told me to take me off their list. Or I only got 3 phone calls and only 1 lead. It doesn't seem like it's worth it. It never is worth it the first time. You might get lucky, but normally what I do is I say it's 10 to 15 touches before you really see that exponential hockey stick type of return. So you might get a deal here, a deal there, and then all of a sudden deals are pouring in. Your pipeline is filling up because you had the right data with the right marketing message sent consistently over a long period of time, then boom, everything starts to hit. And what's cool about real estate, unlike a lot of other industries, one deal can be worth 30 grand, 50 grand, $100,000. So it doesn't take a lot of deals to make you a lot of money. All right, so now we're very hyper-targeted. I can manage 3,300 people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and select it. I'm going to select all the leads, come over to my leads, and now I'm going to make a decision what I want to do. This is how cool this system is. I can download this list. I can skip trace this list. I can send this list over to my direct mail engine, which is all built in the system. And I can set up that direct mail campaign. I could say, hey, send this person a postcard over the next, couple months. Send one every 2 weeks or one a month for the next couple months. I can build it out 3, 4, 5 postcard drips out. Set it and forget it, and then just kick back and wait for all those phone calls to come pouring in. So lots of flexibility on this system, and this is why people are failing. They're blanket marketing areas. They don't really have a specific strategy, and then when they don't get results on a very small budget, they get burnt out, they quit, and they go back to whatever they're doing before they got into real estate investing. And I just hate to see it because, so many people out there end up quitting the business right when they're 3 feet from gold. So don't ever quit, stick at it, but use a tool like this to get you there. All right, I want to show you one last thing before we end this video, and it's the direct mail engine. So I have all my leads, they're in my lead bucket. I'm going to click on direct mail. Now I have to make a choice. Do I want direct mail, which is, single touch and multi-touch campaigns with tracking and all that good stuff, or do I want to personally pen it? Where we're sending one at a time. So if I only wanted to market to one person at a time, I would do personally penned. They would do these little handwritten looking letters, send out one at a time. That's pretty cool, but since we're sending to 3,300 people, I'm going to do it all using the direct mail engine. I'm going to want to leave this checked, remove duplicates, click continue, and it brings us in to our direct mail campaign. You can see here there is, about 4 or 5 steps to pulling this off. I already have a budget in here. It's kind of showing me, hey, depending on the direct mail type in the piece, it can cost up to $2,600. I can make a decision, hey, I don't want to spend $2,600. I don't want to market to 3,300 people all at once. I really only want to market to 300 people. What you need to know is direct mail within the system costs anywhere between 40 cents to about 80 cents depending on the direct mail piece. And then you just multiply it depending on how many pieces you want to send. So let's say I want to send 4 times to them. I want to send monthly. It can calculate how much my ad spend is. All right. If I want to do 1 piece, that's it. It would be $2,600. I name my campaign. Let's call it test. Go to next. Has all our information in here. It's already preloaded. If I wanted to buy a phone number, I could do it right within the system to have a unique phone number just for this particular direct mail campaign, but I already have a phone number, so I'm going to say use my own phone number. Do I want to mail me a copy? Yes, I do. So I can get a test. Who's your target audience? All right. And so what I would probably do is either pick sellers, which will populate a bunch of the different types of direct mail pieces you can do. You can go to general, do the same thing. Let's pick sellers here. Let's do a 4x6 postcard because it's the cheapest. And you can see here all our postcard types populate. My favorite one is actually in general. And you can see here we have some really good magic bullets. I like the magic bullet yellow. All right, going to click next. Preview of the front. You can see here what it looks like. Loading. Hey, there we go. It loaded. And you can see here I've sent this postcard out hundreds of thousands of times. It is a crusher. It's one of my favorite direct mail pieces and the one I send every single time for the first mail piece. You always want to send the cheaper piece first. Don't send yellow letters. Don't send expensive mail pieces on your first send because what always ends up happening is some of those are non-deliverable. You'll get some mail back and you don't want to waste any money to people that have moved or don't receive mail at that particular taxable mailing address anymore. So send the cheap stuff first and then the more expensive stuff down the road. All right, so you can see here, you pick your mail piece, you finish, you review your order, you click buy, and your direct mail pieces start firing out, and you just kick back and wait for the leads to come rolling in. All right, so that's it. How cool is that? Powerful technology giving you that competitive edge so you can get out to the best deals first and make the big money. Don't be scared to spend money on your marketing. A lot of new investors think of it as an expense. I never think of it as an expense. I always think of it as an investment because this is how we pay for speed. I could have went out there and went and knocked on 3,000 doors and took 3 years doing it. Eventually I would have got to some deals, but I like my time. I value my time more. So I like to just spend the money to get the speed so I can get the sellers to come to me, and then I'll just crush the deals and help them out, help me out, and now you can help yourself out and hopefully your family as you make the big bucks as a successful real estate investor. If you like this video, smash the like button. Like I said, subscribe. I got new videos dropping weekly. And until next time, take care, comb your hair. Cody Sperber is signing off for now. I'll see you on the next one.